Welcome back, everyone. This is SciTech with Tech Riot Gaming here with another episode in our Cygnus Enterprises Let's Play. We're going to pick right up where we left off yesterday, so let's get back into it. Alright, we just cycled through our day. We're in our new day. We obviously haven't done anything yet, so we still need to retrieve the last power core using the world map. So let's just pop out and just take a look at what this looks like. Okay. So it's level 5, recommended gear score 13. We got a level 5 combat mission, a level 5 combat mission, but the gear score requirements are lower. You know what? Let's just try and we'll try and do the story mission just to progress us along. Let me go spend some of our points here. Let's take a look at our inventory, see what we need. We could probably use more Cygnite ore so we can make more of our Cygnum bars because we're going to need a lot of those. We're not quite into food yet, so I'm not too worried about collecting fruit. We have a fair amount of organic compounds, so I don't think we need to get more biomass. So I think we're going to use all of our points to pick up some of the Cygnite ore. Now you can see as I'm harvesting this Cygnite ore, it's disappearing. There is an area, and I might be able to find it. I think it's up here. Yeah. So this is renewing Cygnite ore. So you can take these when you harvest them. Like I have 1 point left. We'll harvest that, and you can see it went to a small piece that I can't harvest. This will grow and mature, and then I can harvest it later in another day, right? So this is a recurring resource node for Cygnite. And then this is like loose stuff, right? That will go away and randomly spawns every day that you cycle, right? Okay, we spent all our points. Let's do some processing in our processing plant, because again, we don't want to go to the world map and leave activity on the table. And just like leaving stamina in our bar, leaving crafting points in our plants and factories and gardens and stuff is kind of like leaving activity on the table. Now, obviously, if you don't have materials to use it all, you don't. But in this case, we collected a bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead and get that. I think I'm going to maintain at least... No, we can always collect more. Well, we'll do the full breadth of it. I want to keep at least 5 shards, so that means we can't do that. Biomass, we can do a biomass there, and that almost uses all of our energy, so we'll go with that. Alright, let's go do this story mission. Let's just double check our character, make sure... Got some skill points to spend, 6 and 1, so let's go take a look at this. I think I was saying I want to get medical up to 10 so that I can take bandage stash. And then we're going to work on pilot so that we can get our drone, right? They're both equally good, I think. But I think we're going to work towards the med badges first. So let's go ahead and apply our 6 points that we do have right there. And we've already picked up the skill, so we'll be ready to go. And next level up, we should get another skill point, and we can come and get our bandage stash. Oh, that's kind of a good perk, too. I've never noticed that one. Continuously remove a random debuff every 10 seconds, essentially, because CD means cooldown. So it's a passive with a cooldown, so it'll trigger every 10 seconds. It'll continuously remove a random debuff. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, if you're doing a crit build too, this is also a pretty good one because it says crit hits inflict poison. So, I mean, this tree is not bad to invest into 10, right? All right, let's double check our loadout. Damaged FTU sidearm. 55.6. What's... Am I on weapon 1? Weapon... I mean, We can't use it anyway because we don't have security, but I mean, I could have... Oh, I think I already allocated them, actually. Yeah, I can pull them back out. So we can't use it anyway, but even if we could use it, we wouldn't want to. It's just not as good as what we currently have. Yeah, slightly more DPS than our assault rifle, but far less magazine capacity and fire rate. Okay, did we get anything else? Let's check armor. I guess I could do this in the inventory screen because it'll show up. See how the weapons are showing up here? Like I said, all things will show up in the inventory screen. All right, let's go do this mission. Looks like we're going to get a pilot helmet. It's a damaged power core. We can throw that in the recycler to get parts out of it. We're going to get some stuff for food too, looks like. Equip our assault rifle. These are exploding plants, and they explode with poison if you hit them. So you want to keep an eye out for those and don't be running into them so much. And they will daisy chain explode each other. You don't have to shoot them all.
Key up, my data pad isn't picking up at the cargo pod signal. Give me a quick sweep of the perimeter.
I've received no trace of the cargo pod on initial scan.
Keep searching. I'll cover you.
Gotta clear the way for old Pia. We can try and grab this stuff along the way. There's a lot of baddies. Don't you be hitting my Pia. Leave my Pia alone.
If the power core we extract is damaged beyond repair, it will be useless.
Come on, leave my Pia
We'll see
alone.
what we can salvage back at base.
All right, there we go. I'm not doing a very good job. Just getting hurt. I keep running out of ammo. It's having to reload. Not aggroing them like I should. Like I took a hit for Pia there. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest performance in the world there, but we did it. I could have definitely done a much better job on that one. Alright, sorry about that, folks. I had to take a drink. Alright, there's our crafting supplies from our processing that we used our energy on. Leveled up our assault weapon again. Got some more recycling experience, a little more research experience, and more crafting experience. A little more towards our next level. Cue the broken power core. Okay, we'll go do that. So you can see that's taking 25 of our 40 available power, and we have 15 left. We don't have to do these yet because we haven't unlocked what you would use those for. That's coming as soon as we get into base building. Like I said, this is very early on, very prologue-ish. There's a lot of depth and a lot of things to do in this game yet still to be shown to you guys. Okay, queue a power core in the processing plant, so we'll go do that. There we go. That's going to leave us 76. Okay, we got some more shards from that run, so we can queue up some of these. We'll do 3 of these. We don't have enough Cygnite yet, but we can go collect more. Restore the science facility. I don't think I can do that yet. Yeah, I don't have a core. I gotta wait for the next day. Yep. So let's go collect up some of our Cygnite again so we can make some more bars. There we go. Now that we won't be able to produce all of these, I don't think, but we can get them queued up. Yeah, see how the bar's only slightly dipping in here, so that means most of these will be on the second day. That's fine. Okay, now we just kill time, which means we can do any of these missions. Why don't I show you the dilemma mission, and then when we get a chance, I'll show you the collection mission. I mean, we could do these as well, but we don't really need the stuff they're giving, so I want to demonstrate the other mission types. So here's our kind of choose your own adventure mission type. When life gives you invasive crystal structures. Okay, so strange crystals are growing all over a company processing plant. They need to be removed. But what you do with them after that is up to you. So our 2 moral choices are store them for later use, which will give us 3 of the red bars. Trade them with Cygnus Enterprises for other valuables. Would give us 3 biomats, essentially. Or we can refine them on the post. So this is the first time I've ever seen 3 options. Usually this third one says do nothing. But I think since there's no downside here, we get 3 options. That's my only guess. I don't know that for sure. So it's 3 bars, 3 of those, or... Yeah, but... I mean, this is resource we can... you know what? I don't think this resource is unlocked for us yet. That's interesting. I don't think we can gather this yet. It's that other blue... that amphorite ore that we saw around the base. That would let us... You know what? Let's do this option. We're going to pick 3 to get that resource that we don't normally get. Or I can't? Okay. I was like, why is it not clicking? And it automatically cycles the day, right? So there's our day 6. Okay, that was super weird. It didn't give me a mission complete thing either. That's weird. Anyway, we crafted our power core and our 3 Bula bars. And we also reclaimed that broken power core, which gave us some additional materials. We did our leveled up on our crafting, leveled up on our recycling, and that caused us to level up ourselves. So we have that extra AP point and 3 skill points, which should let us get our little bandage trait or skill that we wanted. Our bandage passive. Alright, let's just double check our inventory. You can see what we got new. Yeah, those are the amphitrite graduals. Now, I'm pretty sure we can't collect those yet. Maybe the game will make a liar out of me and it would have unlocked it and I didn't notice. Nope, see, it still says can't harvest. There's some glitter. I talked about them randomly spawning around the base. Can collect them up. We got some Cygnite ore out of that. Alright, let's go restore our science facility, and that should, I think, be the last building we have to restore. I see another glitter right up there. We'll go get it. Alright, here's our kind of tutorial on electricity. So, because we've progressed and we're getting it further into the game, our buildings are going to consume electricity every day. So we have to generate electricity on our base. And right now, the only way for us to do that is with the recycle center and putting in biomass or minerals to generate electricity. And I'll show you that in a minute. Basically saying base generation, battery, and base consumption determine the efficiency of electricity use in your essentially settlement. You can view your electricity status in the top right corner. That's going to be a UI effect that's going to fill in right now for us. And it basically will show us our battery capacity as well as how much energy we're earning for that day. And it'll fluctuate based on, how you're generating energy and what the conditions are at the base that day, right? Base notifications display issues on your base that need to be addressed. There are 3 priority levels of base notifications: serious, moderate, and minor. So this will be another UI element that will appear over here on the right hand side if you have something that needs your attention, right?
What happened? Why isn't this working?
The main grid is experiencing undervolt. The headquarters cannot supply sufficient energy to power all of the buildings.
What can we do to fix this?
I suggest harvesting some biomass from the environment and using it to generate energy at the recycler. Humanity has a long-standing tradition of combusting carbohydrates to satisfy their energy needs, after all.
Yes, we're not autotrophs, Pia.
Conversing with you is always a pleasure. I am happy the company assigned me to a contractor of your intellect.
Snarky. Alright, generate power by burning biomass in the recycler. Other materials may also work. So you can see if I hover over the bool bar, if I was to burn, I think it's 1. Yeah, if I was to burn 1 bar, it would generate 40 power, right? So that would add 40 power to our battery for the next day. I mean, obviously I don't want to do that, but, and here's the biomass. And it does 3 biomass equals 20 power, right? So I'm not going to put this in here just yet because we're going to go collect up some biomass. I probably won't use all of our stamina on biomass. I think we had like 4 leftover Cygnite bars. So let me see if I can get a little bit of Cygnite to get us 1 more bar. Oh, and I forgot I was going to go get that twinkle that was over there. We'll go do that. And on our way back to the processing center, we will drop off our biomass in the recycler. Oh, we got some fruit from that, so that wasn't too bad. I'd like to check around the edges real quick just to make sure. Normally on my offline playthrough, I would do a run around the entire island, but this landmass that the base is on is pretty huge. Okay. So we'll do what it wants us to do. Let's see, we have 60 in our battery. We're going to use a -10, which should drop us down to 50. So if I wanted to offset it, I could put just 3 in, and that should take us up to 70 the next day, right? But I mean, we got a fair amount of biomass here, so I might do that. Might give us 80 power. Now you see this convert STA1. So if I wanted to put it immediately into the battery without waiting for the day, and I had available stamina on my bot, I could click this and it would do 1 of these units, right? So it would take us from 4 to 3 and it would instantly put 20 into the battery. And that holds true for the processing station, the canteen where you make food, the farm where you grow vegetables. Anything that you're queuing up will typically have a convert with an STA number next to it. And that represents the amount of stamina it would take for you to instantly do that action and get the benefit from it, whether it's, in this case, power generation, or whether it's creating a food, a meal dish, or, a part in the processing plant. Oh, wait, sorry. Processing plant, you can't do this in. This option is not available. Canteen, recycler, and farmhouse, this is available in. Which, we haven't gotten to a couple of those things yet, so I kind of spoiled it, but There's more stuff coming, like I said. So that's what that bar means, and that's what it's there for. Okay, let's queue up 2 of those bars. We'll queue up 1 of those. 73. Sure. We'll do a couple power cores too. What's this saying? Science facility queue is empty. So you notice how I was almost forgot, went out to the world map? You want to pay attention to your little warning messages that are over here. So this is our research panel. And you research top down. And these are your research queues, right? So you can queue up multiple things to research. This unlocks at employee level. We're only trainee level right now, which is why all these say locked. We can't research them. So we can do circuit crafting now. So we're going to go ahead and queue that up for research. It says it's going to take 1 day because it needed 150 research points to complete, and we happen to be making 150 a day. Imagine that. Okay, so we've done all of our tasks that we can do. We have spent all of our stamina points. Let's take a look in our inventory. We have a food item. Okay, that's fruit. We raised a level, so let's level ourselves up. And we have 2 skill points, so let's go spend those on our bandage stash. Perfect. All right. Let us go out to the map. Oh, this didn't repopulate new missions. That's interesting. I thought it would fill in new ones. All right, let's do resource collection. Just because I haven't done it yet, and I told you I wanted to show you all the mission types. So here's the resource collection. You just basically hit collect, success, got those materials, confirm, next day. It's that quick. Okay, so you can see our research completed. We made 6 of our signum bars. We crafted 20 power into actually 4 times 20. That probably just early access bug there. It's not showing the right amount of power. And yeah, good progress. We obviously leveled up with a lot of base stuff that time. We leveled up our research and our gathering, which gave us more experience towards, getting to level 7.
Power restored. We are operational once more.
Yeah, see, it gave us 70.
This daily biomass harvesting will be an ongoing activity.
For the intermediate time, yes, unfortunately it is. However, if we bring the science facility back online, we may look into developing alternative energy sources.
Okay, so it wants us to research sustainable energy at the science lab, so we'll go look at what that needs. Which technically I don't think that should be available yet to us. Yeah, it's not because we haven't made employee level yet. We have to restore this other building. And we can just double check on our progress by going to our home screen. And it says restore all 6 derelict buildings, right? I think we can see in our quest log. Well, maybe not. Oh, I guess not. I thought there was somewhere we could go to see the building names and the checkboxes for our progression. But maybe it doesn't do that in the prologue and it just says... Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. So... No, this is just the steps. It's not showing us what we need. It's just tracking what we've done. Restore, maybe not. Maybe this is what I'm thinking of. Restore all 6 buildings to working condition. And this gives you like all the objectives you have to do to to meet that goal, right? So the last thing we have to do is restore cloning facility, which we are well on our way to doing. What did we get from a loadout perspective? I don't see anything new here on a loadout screen. Is that just being crazy? Oh, we got our pilot helmet, which we can't use because we don't have skills into pilot. So this is probably a good segue into the comments I made early on about weapon selection and how it matters later on down the road. So various weapon types carry a specialty requirement, right? So you see how this pilot helmet requires you to be pilot level 4 to equip it? There are weapons types like sniper rifles and, you know, the explosive armaments like the rocket and grenade launchers, the minigun, the heavy guns, assault rifles. Those things all carry a specialization requirement, and they're not really upfront about it. Not really. Let's see if I can... So the bad thing about it is if you can qualify to use a weapon, like that's interesting. I don't even remember picking this up. We must have either got it as a quest reward or somehow I picked it up and wasn't paying attention. But anyway, you can see that I can't tell what specialty this is. I just know that I qualify to use it. So that's hopefully something they change as they, you know, continue to develop the game. Like there should be a symbol that lets you know what specialty affinity the weapon is tied to, right? Like it shows you the symbol in the upper right there of the badge that shows you what type of weapon it is. Like this is an explosive ordnance weapon, right? It's probably a grenade launcher, a rocket launcher. But it doesn't tell you that it's an engineering specialty or something like that, right? And like this one doesn't tell you that it's a science specialty. So, I mean, we'll see that as we progress and we, you know, find new things or craft new things, and you'll see that we can't just equip them because we have them, because we may not have made investments in our abilities and attributes and skill section into that mastery. So we won't be able to equip that item, right? Long-winded, I know, and I wasn't really prepared to go into it, but you'll get to see it as we progress. Oh yeah, I was going over there to research something I forgot. I got sidetracked. You know me, sci-tech, always getting sidetracked. Oh, I did come over here to research it, but we can't until we restore the facility, which we need a power core for, which I don't think we have. Yeah, we're making one in the processing plant. It just won't be done until we rotate another day. There we go. Now we'll definitely get it done. So... Oh, we unlocked circuit board stuff. So does that mean we can harvest amphenite now? I'm just curious. Yep, we can. Great. I think I'm going to do that. Because we're okay on power. I don't need to worry about bioharvesting this day. But you want to keep an eye on that. Make sure you're harvesting enough biomass to keep your battery up to power. Extraction mastery. That's interesting. When we make when we make the robot harvest stuff, it goes towards our recycling and extraction ability and not gathering. That's interesting. Okay, we have used all of our stamina points. We are using all of our processing points, so I think we are ready to progress to the next day. Restore cloning facility research. Yep, okay. We got points to spend, so let's start going on our pilot tree because we want to unlock our drone. Oops. What does that say? Oh yeah, science facility, that's fine. So we can't select anything in the science facility at the moment. Alright, do we want 3 Cygnite bars, or I think we want the Bool bars. So, and they're both 10 and 5, so we'll go with the Bool bars. Investigate the area and reach the extraction point. I probably should decide what weapon class I want to use so that we can start focusing on specializing on that weapon class. I really don't want to do assault rifle again because I did it in my offline playthrough. I'm kind of thinking I want to do sniper. I know it's probably a death wish, but I think we'll do that. We'll switch over to the sniper rifle after this day. Okay, investigate the area. By the way, I am recording this with in-game music. I think the music in this game is pretty phenomenal, so I decided to risk it with the YouTube copyright stuff and record it. It looks like my first one made it through okay, so I'm guessing this music is not flagging on YouTube's copyright checker. But the music here is pretty good in this game. And it tends to cater situationally too. Like if you're in a hardcore combat, it's like a really go-get 'em type of song sometimes. And I don't know, they do a pretty good job with the music. I think I fully explored all this, yeah. Didn't quite roll out of the way on that one. Oh, one thing I also failed to mention to you guys is if you exit combat, like active combat, for a period of time, your health will auto-regenerate just on its own. Just a thing. You don't have to do anything for it. It just does it. So if you're ever like in a mission and you're like taking a beating and you're getting really hurt and your heal is not up yet, it's still on cooldown, and you're worried you're gonna die, you can back off from your fighting, assuming you can get away from what's attacking you, and you can stand in a corner and just refresh this and then move on with the mission. So it's a bit forgiving in that aspect, which I kind of like. So I come check this out. Yep, crate. I told you, they like hiding stuff in like the edges of the map. So it pays to explore. You could see that was a little hard to see. I keep an eye out for those. If I could make a recommendation to the developer, it might be to make them a little more visible. Or maybe offer an auditory clue that there's something in the area. Ooh, I got stuck on a rock. You know, like a twinkle noise or something, and then you have to like look around for it. I mean, I'm doing okay the way it is currently in the game, but I think they could do a little bit more. Alright, I think I fully explored all of that. I didn't go all the way up here, so let's just double check. Yep, I don't see any glitter. Glitter goodness. That made a weird sound when he died. Oh, there's our new ability. So did you see how I dropped those bandages when I did a little dash? Forgot to show that off. Guess I didn't need to use dash that much this mission. Or I was just being bad at using it. Which is probably more the case. I apologize if my full exploration annoys the crap out of you guys, but it's the way I play. It is what it is. Alright, this is going to be our extraction. I just have to clear the third area. We got one more baddie up here. Alright, mission success. Alrighty, day 8 down. Created 2 power cells out of our processing plant, which is good. Got some more extraction mastery, which leveled us up to level 7. Okay, now notice it's not daytime right now, or it's dark, like there's a solar eclipse or something going on. That plays a part later on when we do power generation. As I imagine you can tell, we're going to have renewable sources of energy generation, which includes solar and wind. Excuse me. And the weather conditions impact how much of that power we generate every day, right? There's a max that those devices can generate, and then they're diminished on days where their ideal conditions are not present. All right, restore cloning facility. Let's go get that done. See if we can't get a promotion. What? Oh, I'm missing a circuit board. What's up with that? One and one. 60. Sure. Try and use all of our available energy as much as we can. Okay, so it means what we're left with now is just see if there's some stuff I can demonstrate stamina usage in here. Interesting. I mean, I guess I could do it with power. Here, let me clear this off real quick. So you can see convert STA1 now is highlighted. It's available to me because I do have stamina to use. So you see we're at 120 power, going to lose 10 per day, and this generates 20. I can hit convert. You can see it instantly added it up here, and it removed it from my queue. And it dropped my stamina by 1. So you can use your stamina to process goods in certain buildings. We're going to go ahead and process all this raw meat into processed meat, because I know we'll need it later, and we have plenty of power, so I'm not worried about doing more power. So let's just check our inventory resources here. It looks like we're out of Cygnite ore, so I'm going to go spend the remainder of our stamina getting that. I might spend 1 point to get get above 10 biomass, just in case we have to, or maybe get 12. See if I can get 12 biomass. That gave us 9, 10, 11, so we'll do it twice. We should have over 12 now. Yeah, we have 13. Because the recycler uses it in chunks of 3. Oops. Grabbed the wrong mineral there. I didn't want that anthinite. That's fine. As you can see, I'm out of stamina, but I can still interact with the glitter on the ground and pick that up. Again, it's a free pickup. We got some scrap. Okay. Oh, there's some more glitter. Let's grab that. Got some more scrap. Saw glitter over here. Got more scrap. Normally it's not a lot of scrap like this. That's interesting. Okay, I think we're producing everything we want to produce for now. I don't think we need to put anything more in there. Let's double check. Did raise a level, I believe, so... Oh, no, we didn't. That was weird. It said we had new abilities, but maybe I already spent them and just didn't clear it. Infrared detection visor. So this is... I didn't want to do that. This is a science visor, right? So you can see it says scientist skill power 5.3. So since we're specializing in scientists, I probably want to put this on, but it's going to lower my armor rating, right, by a significant amount. I mean, that's the whole point of a new playthrough, right? We're playing a science specialty. I will try to stay true. Yeah, this is an engineering armor set as well, so we'll just have to... We did get a slight HP increase, though, not by much. Okay. New discoveries is the act of the map refreshing itself, or adding more missions. Not sure what we need more of. Since we can't harvest the bool, we're going to go for the bool bars. We can harvest Cygnite and make Cygnum bars, so I'm going to go here for now. Retrieve the broken power cores. Okay. This is one of our favorite missions. This seems like the missions are repetitive, but each region has a specific type of, or set of missions that it does. So as we get into more regions, you'll have varying different types of missions to accomplish. Oh, I forgot to switch to sniper. Dang it. Whoa, he came out of nowhere. Got some more baddies over here. Ooh, you're not charging me. Whoa. You can see I dropped some bandages. And that has a 20-second cooldown, right? So I think it's a 20-second cooldown. Every time the cooldown refreshes, it'll become available again automatically. I had that big clump of mobs. I should have probably tried to use my energy bomb or my smoke or tear gas, but like I said, I don't tend to use abilities in this game, so let's see if I can do it here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it kind of dazed him. It's just difficult with my keybinds to like reach up and hit the number key to execute the skill. I see a glint over there. I did. I saw another one too, right up here. Wow. Getting lots of pickups on this mission. And all of it is useful at this stage of the game, at this early on. Oh, there's another one. I keep wanting to hit the wrong key for reloading my weapon. So I typically bind, I have a button on the side of my mouse near my thumb, and I typically will bind that to my reload for most of my other games, but in this particular game, they don't allow binding of alternate mouse buttons for, we're gonna learn this time and collect this crate before hitting the core so that we can get the part. There we go. Success. Wow, that was a worthwhile mission. We got a lot of resources out of that. Day 9 down. Okay, we completed our circuit boards and our Signum bar, as well as processing raw meat into our processed meat. So, yay for progress there. Leveled up our assault weapon again. We got some more extraction and research, and a little bit more crafting and gathering. Okay, let's progress this monster.
Whoa! Are you okay?
I'm more than okay. I'm whole again.
Whole?
My new body was only partially processed before you came along. Now I'm 100% functional and ready to resume my duties.
This cloning facility's bioprinter must have shut down before he could be fully reinstated.
So, that's like a 3D printer, but for people.
Not people, disposables, though the rest of your statement is not entirely inaccurate. Essentially, a biological mind is transferred into a new body.
Sorry, I don't think I got your name.
No need to apologize, friend. I'm Max23, disposable contractor for Cygnus Enterprises. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. It'll be great to have some company around.
You're a new contractor, right? You must have tons of questions. Unfortunately, no. I was disposed at another base. At least I think I was. Sadly, my memory is a tad hazy. Though, if we find my crew, we should be able to get back up to speed, no problem. You're a new contractor, right? You must have tons of questions.
What exactly is a disposable?
Unlike birth-born employees, disposables are artificially engineered to complement the company's labor force. We exist to serve. You're a new contractor, right? You must have tons of questions.
I think I'm okay for now, Max.
Contractor, I've received an important update from Cygnus Enterprises.
Go on.
You are now eligible to enjoy the perks of the cloning facility. Congratulations.
What do you mean?
Your contract stipulates, in the likely event of the contractor's disposal, the company will promptly reconstruct the contractor in an on-site cloning facility if the technology is available.
And what if I opt out?
Opt-out clause not found. Refer to Company Statute 880. Never renegotiate a contract post-deployment.
Okay. So we got a lot to go through here. That basically unlocked a bunch of stuff for us. So the first thing we're going to do is come over here to restore the base. It says press P key to open promotion screen and apply for your first promotion. So let's go ahead and do that. So you can see here we're on employee level and we checkboxed for restore all 6 buildings. We are going to apply for the promotion. I'm going to accept. Okay, there we go. We are now an employee, and the next level we need to get to is supervisor, and as such, the objective is to return base to profitable state. Supervisors are permitted to manage visitors and cash flow within the base of operations. Employees gain the ability to construct additional structures via our patented build mode. So we're allowed to build now, we just can't manage commerce and visitors and things, which is fine. Okay, so you see we have a new thing here, and I come over to character, and you see a new panel has been filled out with Max. And you notice when we click on Max, he has all the same things that we can configure for our own player, we can configure for Max. So this comes into play a little bit later in the game. as far as equipping them and outfitting them with gear, and the reason why you would do that. For now, I think I am going to... This symbol right here means medic, right? So... I mean, he just needs a better weapon than a pistol. Sure. And I'll give him a level 1 pistol here. Go back to my person and let's swap out for a sniper rifle. I don't want to carry the assault rifle with me because it may be too easy for me to want to switch over to it instead of get good with the sniper. So we're gonna carry the sniper and the automatic pistol that we have. Okay. So now we need to do some management of Max. And if we hover over here, it says Max has no home, shelter, and science facility queue is empty, processing plant queue is empty, and Max is idle, has no job. Right, so we need to take care of a couple of things here. And you notice we have a new icon down here, which is build mode. If I click build mode, we are now in build mode. So you can see we have all of these icons down here. This obviously destroys a building. This lets you move a building. This is decorations that you can place around the base. This is to lay more foundation panels. These are free. They cost nothing. So you can put as many of these down as you want. You just have to know that when you do, you're going to destroy the natural habitation that's happening around the area, right? We have amenities. This includes the housing for our employees, the canteen, which will feed them, and then later structures that we need for part of, handling commerce on the base. Energy production, solar panel, and wind turbine, which are not unlocked for us yet. We have to research sustainable energy. Production facilities, we can make a processing plant, which we already have. You see that little number in the upper right means we're limited to 2 total for the base, and we already have 1, right? Recycling center is red because we can only have 1. We're at 1 of 1. Then this is our farmhouse and our factory, which get unlocked later. And then in operations, we have a couple of things that aren't unlocked for us yet. They get unlocked later, which it currently is landing pad and warehouse. So we're going to come back to this building thing in a second. I'm going to do building last. Oh, excuse me. Had a late night last night, so I'm a little tired. Let's get our sustainable energy researched. And I think we're going to queue up this and this. And by queuing, it just means you don't have to keep coming in here every time you finish researching something, obviously, right? So it'll just keep researching down the tree. And that's the order I want those to happen in. Okay, next thing we have to do is assign Max a job. We do that from our employee management panel, which is right here. As far as I know, this is the only way to access this interface menu. You can't do it from other shortcuts around the interface or, in other menus. You can only do it from interacting with this terminal. And you can hover over a building slot and see what it recommends for traits on the person and the attributes, right? So it wants a security and commerce person. Excuse me, for a scanning tower. For processing plant, it wants engineering and science. For recycler, it wants engineering and medical. Science facility wants science and medical. So we know he's medical. In fact, we can go look at him here. So you can see he's right now strongest in medical. His second strongest is science. So he has medical and science are his 2 strongest traits. Oops. So we're going to want medical and science as the science facility. So we're going to assign him to the science facility. And if you have multiple employees here and you click on an open slot, this building quality plus number will show for every employee, and you'll be able to see who will give you the biggest benefit to that building. So in this case, we only have one. He's not giving us very much because he's not very high level, but we are going to go ahead and assign him. So he now has a job.
To give unsolicited advice, boss, but it would benefit my efficiency rating if you would provide me with some food and shelter.
There's plenty of space on the sidewalk. Standard buffet biomass.
Oh, I guess that's all right.
What kind of boss makes their employees sleep outside and eat grass?
A cost-effective one.
Don't worry, Max. I'll make sure you feel at home.
That Pia, she's something else. Alright, so one thing I didn't do in my playthrough, my offline playthrough, was see if I could move other buildings. I mean, it looks like I can move all of these buildings. Okay, so there's some information I'm going to share with you that the game doesn't readily share with you here in the prologue, or when you start on, I guess we're past the prologue now, but when you start to unlock certain things, like base building, is that there are buffs and penalties from building adjacencies, right? So, for instance, if I build housing next to a canteen, it gets a buff from that canteen. But if I build housing next to a factory, like a processing center or a factory or something like that, it gets a negative, a red debuff to its productivity and its happiness scores. So when I first played this in my offline playthrough, I just picked a section, built some houses, put a canteen down, then I put a factory down, and my factory was adversely affecting my housing. And I started over on this side, and I ran into these, areas like the water and the rocks and stuff like that kind of interfered with me being able to place buildings. And it made, building things later a little bit of a pain in the butt. So I might want to try and move stuff around initially and, take up some space. So I think I want to expand the base all the way to the left over here, and I want to collect up as much of this resource stuff as I can before I lay any of the platforms down. How much do I have left? 2? Yeah, we're going to lose some fruit, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm gonna lose some Cygnite ore. Okay, we'll go that far. Might lose a little bit there. There's a lot of resources here. I don't want to just... Okay, so I can move this. I'm trying to think if I want walkways between. The building space gets limited. This island that you're on, or this area, is really huge, but it seemed like the buildable area for what I could build in was not huge. It didn't take up all the space. It was red a little further out, so I want to try and compact things. These are okay right next to each other. I think I'm okay with that. I think I want to move my science facility down here. And I want to move our processing plant. So we want to leave one in between. Yeah, let's go there with the processing plant. Oh, that works out perfectly, because then we get this little dogleg walkway, which is great. And the cloning facility. You're going to move me out of the way? Okay. All right, let's get some floor panels. I'm gonna take up a little bit more resource. How do I want to do this? I want this to be central. Then I need a... That store is 3x3, I think. I'm just trying to remember. You can see the outline of the building. That's essentially its influence sphere. So whatever falls inside that circle will be affected either positively or negative if it's affected at all by that building type, right? So I know I'm not going to put any housing left of the cloning facility, so I think I'm going to stick my canteen... how do I want to do this? You can put a double block of housing. Alright, we can always move it later. Like, nothing is permanent. So we'll get our canteen there. Okay, now you can see. Oh, that's interesting. What is that facility? That's my science facility. So the arcs represent that influence that I talked about earlier. Let me see something. I might want to move these. Let's just put this up here. Let's move this over here. Let's grab this. I don't think housing gets negatively... Yeah, only the... Okay, that's perfect. I want to see the range on this again. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we get a positive from... Yeah, but we won't from the e-commerce store, though. It's not going to have that kind of range. Alright, we'll pop it in. Go there with it. Okay, so now we get our employee happiness tutorial, which talks about employee happiness is directly related to having a shelter, consuming preferred food, and having a job. Okay, so those are the 3 things you got to worry about to keep your employees happy. Keep your employees happy. Happy employees equal higher production efficiency doing the jobs they're assigned. So the happier they are, the more they increase the output of the building they're in.
Please familiarize yourself with the selection of tasty foodstuffs we are now able to produce. Remember the Cygnus Enterprises catering motto: we don't serve it until you pay for it.
So obviously you can see our battery now, instead of 10 per day, we're at 40 a day because we've added some facilities. So when you go into build mode and you look at a facility, it'll tell you how much it's using per day, right? So 10 per day out of the canteen, 10 per day out of the house, right? Okay, so the very next thing I need to do before we worry about making Max happy is I need to go down here to science. I should have left a walkway. Let me fix that. There we go. Oh, it's already researching. Okay. I couldn't remember if I had selected that stuff yet or not. We need to assign Max to housing that we constructed now. So we'll go into this. We'll click the housing tab. This is a shelter we have with nobody assigned. We'll click that. We'll assign Max to the shelter. Okay, now one thing I don't remember. So this is another thing I think they need to improve on. I don't know what his preferred food is, right? It doesn't say on his bio panel. I think if you're required to keep your employees happy, like it should, when you go look at your employee on their summary card, it should show their preferred food, right? Either over here or over here. I'm pretty sure it doesn't show it anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't show it. It should be on the summary card somewhere. They should show the preferred food. Now, the way I found out how to figure it out, well, at least to the best of my ability, you come into the canteen, you hit that, and you can see that there is one person demanding fruitcake. Well, I only have one employee right now, so I now know that Max's preferred food is fruitcake. Now, the downside to that is, you see the ingredients required for fruitcake. Fruit and grain. Well, we don't have a way of producing grain, nor do we have a way of obtaining grain other than running around and finding the glints in the grass and under the rocks and hoping RNG gives us grain. So it's going to be a bit problematic at first to keep him happy. But for now, we'll queue up as much as we can. In this case, 5 of these. Oops. Nope. Which will take all of our points, but we'll get 5. That'll keep him satiated for 5 days, right? Which means we have to start focusing now on harvesting fruit and going around and making loops around the island to try and find grain. I mean, we could just be okay with his happiness falling off, and, you know, based on the +8 bonus he's giving us. What is this doing down here? Do I have any more errand? The other thing you can do with the build, you can see how I can scroll all over. For whatever reason, when you're in the build menu, these glints pop off like crazy, right? So you can see kind of where you need to travel to pick up a bunch of glints. So we have like a bunch, like just north of the base, and we got a crate up here, it looks like. I have never seen a crate on this map in my solo offline playthrough. So you can see this landmass is huge, but for whatever reason, there's an amphenite replenishing node right there. In my offline playthrough, I was not able to build over to any of this. It would go red when I tried to like put platforms or buildings. Once I got to about here, and once I got to up by this path, so essentially when I expanded to right here, it stopped letting me build out. Now maybe I just needed to like traverse over here and then find an open area and try and put stuff down. I mean, see how it's red? I can't put platforms anywhere over here. Like it stops, like right there. It like doesn't let you build in these areas. So you need to be cognizant of that. Even though you have all of this land, you can't actually build on it. At least I haven't seen that you've been able to, at least in this version of early access. Yeah, so I think I'll travel up north here. I'll come right up off of the housing, grab these glints, work my way up here to this canister, and then come back. And maybe we'll get lucky and get some grain. It'd be better if it was almost nighttime. I'd be able to see these a little, or if it was like an eclipse or something. Be able to see these a little bit better. There's a grain. Journal status effects crowd control. Okay, so what that did was give us a journal entry that we can go look at in our journal. And it's talking about some crowd control aspects, it looks like. We'll go take a look in a second as we work our way back. It's gonna be in journals. So status effects crowd control. Sometimes you just need some space, so you gotta be willing to make it. Shove, scream, push, and pull. Dominate the battlefield with these crowd control effects. So fear is for chickens. It'll force targets to run away. Knockback. Well, knock something back. And pull. You get the idea. Confusion. Makes a creature attack the nearest target if it's friendly. Even if it's friendly. You can't trust anybody these days. Stun will interrupt all actions and completely disable a target for a short time. Bully your enemies into submission. They don't call me Crazy Daisy for nothing. Alright, we leveled up with some of this gathering, which is great. We're going to go ahead and level up our pilot. Okay, I think we've accomplished everything that we can. He's gonna take a little hit because I forgot I needed to use a point of stamina to make a fruitcake for today's evolution. So he's probably gonna take a little hit on his happiness because I don't have food in there for him. That's why it's showing critical. There's nothing I can do about it now. I used up all my stamina. We're already researching. We've got stuff maybe made in the canteen. Alright, it's time to do a mission. New area has unlocked. Level 8, gear score 15. Let's check something out. Okay, I mean, we're at that level. We don't have our proficiency up on our sniper, but whatever. We don't play this stuff to be easy, right? We're gonna go with the signum bars. Yeah. So we have eliminate the giant charger. Oh, great. This will be fun. Make it double. Track the giant charger footsteps. Okay. Fun times. Crate right out of the bat. Gotta like that. Oh, and it gave us a circuit board, which is fantastic. Wow, I suck. Wow, this is really underpowered for these level of enemies. You see how many shots that takes? Oof. I'm a little worried now about the charger at the end of the match. This gun is not doing well at all. Oh well. We will get it done. We don't shy away from adversity and challenge. Wow, this is gonna be a difficult fight. Might have to try using my charge shot. Just want to double check that we didn't miss any glints, no cargo containers. Let's go check the other side over here. Hopefully we won't aggro that guy. There's a glint. Boo, mangled scrap. Alright, there we go. Be something good. A bull bar, we'll take that. What is this? Wow, 4 shots. Remember it was killing those sometimes in 1 before? This is gonna be a tough fight. Yeah, I'm not sold on that charge shot either. Oh, he's here? Oh, this is gonna be tough. I just gotta try and take out everything else. I mean, it is piercing, so we have that going for us. I'm gonna come up here and grab my heals. Where is this guy? Oops. No good. I suck. Wow, this is gonna take forever. Oh no. Oh wow, I suck. Now you see I didn't drop bandages right there. That's because it the cooldown hasn't refreshed yet. There we go. So now that had a cooldown, or the cooldown had refreshed. Remember the first fight we had against this guy with the sniper? Oh, he got me. Not only does it take a buttload of shots, but hey, why didn't I pick those up? That was BS. Okay. Come here. You coming back to get me? Where are you at? I guess I could try a charge shot. I mean, that did okay, but not much. My normal shot's doing 24, so it did double damage. Fully charged. Yeah, 56. Did I get him? Oh, come on. You can see how beneficial those healing charges are as a skill. This is just really bad because we have a really weak weapon. We have a level 1 weapon. I forgot that it's a level 1 weapon. Okay. But hey, we did it with the sniper, which is good. I didn't go over to my automatic pistol. My goal was to try and play science and try and do it with a sniper this go around, so I don't want to hit that objective until we collect everything. Wow, the hell. 6 shots to kill that? Track another. There's another one. Wow. I need a much better sniper rifle, like ASAP. There he comes. Good thing I took out all those enemies before. This is gonna take forever. Ooh. He's like rolling with me. Oh, that was a critical. That was good. Oh, that was a critical. Is a full charge always a critical? No. That hit for 58. Can't pass up the sparkles. Shake it off, buddy. Where'd he go? And there's that shield passive. When I took damage. Oh, come on. Get stuck on the rock. It's stupid. Oop. When I get pounded. Ability? Heal ability. Just use that. Let's get my weapon reloaded here. There we go. Okay, reach extraction point. I mean, that was way harder than it needed to be because we set ourselves up for failure with having a really low level weapon. But we did okay. Success. Wow, extra long episode today. Hour and 30 minutes or hour 25 minutes. It's okay. We wanted to progress into the base building mode and I think we did that. So this is going to be a good place to stop. So he is not happy because we didn't have his food source. So as soon as we start providing him with food, he will go up to being happy. It shows our end of day report for the base. So we've got our power efficiency 100%, batteries at 90. We're losing 40 a day. Right, so we're gonna have to take care of that the next day. Obviously, visitors is locked right now, and we had one new hire, which was Max, because we found him. We finished our research on sustainable energy, and we created our 5 fruitcakes. Leveled up our sniper twice to level 2, and we got additional research points, crafting points, reclamation or extraction points, and gathering points.
Thanks, boss. Actually, I was just thinking, I might know where the others went. I just remembered traveling to a research outpost before my disposal. I only have a rough guess of the location, but it's a start.
Warning. Spending excessive efforts to recover the missing crew may not be economical.
These are people, Pia. They would do the same for us.
Your optimism is both unwarranted and adorable. I'll update the world map. Solar panel schematics are now available for construction. Please build one at your earliest convenience.
Okay, well, we're going to call that an episode. As much as I want to keep going, We're an hour and 25 minutes or so. So we're going to call that an episode. Good progress today. We unlocked our base building, got promoted to employee. We got our first employee going. We're starting to scratch the surface. Just scratch it slightly on the base management side of things. And the storyline and story mission has not even really unfolded yet. So a lot to look forward to in future episodes. Please drop a comment below. Let me know what you think of the series. Whether you want to see more of it, whether you like it, dislike it. Comments, feedback, encouraged and appreciated. So until I talk to you again in our next episode, enjoy your gaming, and I'll see you soon. Take care.